Hello, I'm Lucas Marshall and I'm about to take you through some of the visitor management features within our Resource Central room resource booking solution. This is to serve as just a bit of an intro really. Happy to go through this in more detail with you in person, but this will hopefully give you a bit of a flavour of what the system can do in terms of visitor management. So I'm going to start with showing you how someone would request visitors into the building and make reception aware that they're going to arrive. So and it's done very simply during the meeting booking process. So I'm going to create a meeting using the standard Outlook and Resource Central way of doing so. I'm going to give the meeting a title. So we're inviting in Acme to see us today, and we can invite some people, internal or external people. I'm going to invite a couple of internal people to the meeting. So Dan and Paul. And then we are now going to go into the system using the add-in here to find the available room, etc. So I'll bring up Resource Finder screen in a second. Here we go with all our meeting rooms, and the river room looks pretty good for this meeting. Yeah, that's going to suit my requirements. So I will just tick the box and go to this order form for the river room, which is going to allow us to register visitors or any other service we want. So I know this is particularly relevant to this demo, but I'll just very briefly show you how you would create an order. So we're going to request coffees, and we need 4 of them. So, and here we've got our visitors now. Now the form is allowing us the option to inform reception that these people are arriving. So it might be that you don't need to inform reception. So Dan, for instance, is internal. He works internally in this building, so reception don't need to know that he's going to come. But Paul is an external visitor, so we can put his company name in there. We can add any details about Paul that we need. Could be contact details, it could be information saying, yeah, please escort to the room, or anything which might be useful for reception to see. It will store this information in SQL, so the next time Paul comes into the building, this information will be pre-populated about him. We can also add additional visitors as well. So if you don't want all the visitors to be receiving an Outlook invitation, that's fine. So if we know that Paul is going to be bringing Joe Smith along with him, that's fine. We can add him as an additional visitor here. And reception will be aware that Joe is going to be coming along with Paul. So we finish off our form now and send that order, save and close, and we're back at our Outlook meeting invitation, and that is the meeting processed, and everyone will be informed who needs to know about that meeting, including reception. So if I now take you into the side where reception will see the visitors that are coming in, this is the admin console, which administrators of the system will have access to, including reception. They will probably only need access to certain parts of this console, such as this visitors section. And here we can see a list of visitors due into the building during a day. Some of them are already here, some of them have left. We can flip between days here, so we want to look at who's coming on the 22nd of February. We can see how the list is coming together, and this is a live list obviously, and what it tells us is very clearly what time the person is due in, where they're from, what the name is, the room they're supposed to be going to, and who's invited them in. We can see using the key up here that someone marked in amber is due to arrive, someone marked as green is in the building, and someone marked as red has been to the building but has now left. So what we can do is, if James arrives for his 1:30 meeting, just by clicking on this icon here, we can mark him as arrived, and also it offers the option to inform the organizer of the meeting that James is here. So that will pop off an email to the organizer of that meeting saying that James is in reception. And as you can see, it's also put him into this green category where he's down as being in the building. Another thing you can do here is if Joe arrives at his meeting, you can click on his name, and here's where someone may have inputted special information about that person, or this is at this point you can put certain information about that person. You can do things like add a photo, take a photograph of them with a webcam, or print a badge as well to issue to that visitor. So pretty straightforward, really. We can import visitor lists. If you store, visitor lists via Excel or something, then you can import them into this section. We can sort by, status or the meeting start time or the company if you want to group together visitors, or you can separate them so you can just see a list of expected visitors only, for instance. So hopefully that's a useful section. It doesn't require much manual input. As I say, these people have been invited at the point of the meeting creation. So you would just see this as an automated live report on the day. There's a third section to this, which is self-registration module, which some clients like. It might not be for you, but some clients like using this. And this would be somewhere where you may have an unmanned reception and you've got an iPad where it allows people to check into their own meetings, for instance, or some organisations we work with who offer more of a concierge service might have someone with an iPad in reception who's actually greeting people and marking them as arrived as they walk into the building. So if I arrive as Paul, I could just find myself on here, click on my name, and yes, I'm here. And what will happen now is it will send an email off to the relevant person letting them know that Paul has arrived. If you're an unregistered visitor, when people aren't expected, say you're making a delivery or something, then you can click on here and it will request help. Someone will come out to meet you if you're not down on the list of visitors. So that is in a nutshell, in a brief overview, is what we can do with visitor management. Hopefully that's useful, and I'm happy to go through that in more detail with you at a later date. So yes, thank you for watching.